words of strength and just encouragement your way with all of that. I'm publicly going through my own divorce. So, sister to sister, I understand.
Yeah.
Because I was watching one of them episodes and you was like, he didn't come home one night.
But
like,
you know, Melanie.
Nights before that either, y'all had separate houses. I was like, what is going on?
And really, to be honest, Melody, like a lot of things that I allowed before we got married, I allowed when we got married. So, you know, a lot of his behavior, it falls on me because I allowed it.
Yeah.
Then I, had enough and said, you know what, this has to stop. Well, you've been letting me do this all the time, and it wasn't a problem. So you see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay,
right.
Where are y'all now?
Hmm?
So where are you guys now? Your relationship and the marriage and everything.
Well, of course, we are divorced and we did not get remarried. It didn't happen.
I'm sorry.
I seen him for the first time at the, of course, at the reunion.
Yeah.
And we've been co-parenting, and I've moved on. I'm not technically in a relationship, but I am seeing someone that's kind of
the way you looking, I ain't surprised.
But I'm just taking one day at a time.
Absolutely.
And I just like for things to just kind of flow. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So, like I said, I send great words, just positivity your way. Keep your head up. You know what I'm saying, and know that things happen the way they're supposed to, how they're supposed to. At the end of the day,
absolutely.
If a person isn't meeting the expectations that you've set, then what are you left to do? You know what I'm saying?
Right. And then too, Melanie, we were together 12 years. I was in my 20s when we got together. So I was young. I was in the middle of building my career. I was in school. So, I didn't care about him traveling and doing those, the things that he wanted to do because I was focused on building my empire. But once I accomplished that and I became more settled, I'm like, I want someone to be here with me, to spend time with, and not, so much of the traveling and, all this other stuff. I wanted some togetherness,
And I get that. There was a recent study that was done that said people change every 5 to 7 years. So as people are changing and as people are growing, you have to be willing to, kind of change with them as well. If you're in a marriage, like how you said you started wanting more time and doing more together versus the traveling. So the person has to love you enough to be like, you know what, babe? Okay, I hear you. Let me take a step back and maybe switch some things up.
Right. And then too, Melody, like when, I got married Valentine's Day of 2016. So, during my wedding, I was extremely ill and I didn't know what was wrong with me. And I, a few months later, I, found out that I was diagnosed with lupus. So I was bedridden for a year. And, my husband, we're newlyweds, and he was just traveling the world, living his best life, baby, while I was in the bed, not knowing if I was going to survive this or not. I mean, it was literally that bad where I couldn't care for myself. And he wasn't here for me during that time.
Yeah.
Now, is he a bad person? I'm not saying that. He's a great person, but I don't feel like he was ready for the commitment of being what a husband should be to his wife.
I got you. Like I said, kudos to you.
Thank you.
You are a beautiful, successful, intelligent woman. You are doing the damn thing. You hear me?
Thank you. So let me ask you. So, with you being so successful, you are a family woman, just like I am, with children. You're married. So how
almost divorced now.
Almost. Okay, well, you almost. Okay, so how are things there in your home state for you when you became, a part of reality TV? What was that experience like for you?
Honestly, I will say, of course, it brings a lot more attention to you. A typical grocery store run that you maybe once could do, more people know you. And I say more people because before I was on TV, I was already involved in the community. A lot of people already knew me. I was on different boards. I was doing a lot of things for the community already. So a lot of people already recognize me anyway, but of course, television takes it to a whole nother level.
It does.
It absolutely does. I'm sure y'all feeling it over there in Jackson.
And people say negative things about me, and when they talk about me, it fuels me in a good way. It's like, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna turn it on. Girl.
Affect me in such a way. So my heart went out to you. And then to see her being there to comfort you in that moment, it was just beautiful. So where are you guys now? You know, your son and you, how is y'all's relationship?
Melody, our relationship is great. It always have been. My son, he's always been respectful to me. Never, this is not something that, you know, that's been going on like a continuing situation. You know, and then, you know, the fact that he got 3 babies, all within 1 year. His basketball career, he's on basketball scholarship. So his basketball season didn't go well the year that he got the 3 babies. So he had a major setback. You see? So he didn't, when it came time for him to go to school, he didn't have that many offers. The offers he had a lot of offers on the table in the beginning of the season. But when, as the season progressed and he wasn't conditioning like he's supposed to have, he got off track. He had all these babies. And then when it came time for him to select a school, he didn't have many offers on the table. So I'm like, Jay, you need to reset. And he became agitated. He was frustrated, and he just blew up. Wow. So it was just like a pressure built up with him, with his career, not, you know, going, you know, not turning out the way that he, you know, anticipated.
That since he was a younger boy, in terms of the way he thought his career and the path would go for him, and seeing all of that based on other decisions he made, just being at risk, I guess, right? His career.
Well, I mean, like he didn't have a great basketball season on the court.
On the court.
Where he had a lot of offers on the table. They went away when he didn't play well during the season. Okay, instead of you, like my son, my boys, they stay in the gym year round, where he should have been in the gym. He wasn't in the gym. He's staying up all night kicking it with the girls. You see what I'm saying? So when he go and it's time to play in a game, you don't have your legs up under you. You can't perform. You done got laid all night.
And all the strength was gone.
All the strength was gone. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of pressure was built up, you know, with him. And then that particular night, you chose a school, and you didn't, I mean, you sat down with me and your grandfather and the rest of your immediate family, you know, when it, you know, came to making decisions and choosing schools, then all of a sudden this time, what make this time so different?
Right.
You know, you're supposed to consult with me. Even though you're on basketball scholarship, I'm financially supporting you and your babies. And they didn't be here. I don't care how they got here. I don't care what people say. Them babies are innocent, and they are a blessing to be here.
That's right. Absolutely.
They are a blessing to be here at the end of the day. However they got here.
That's right. And we see that you love your grandbabies.
And yes, and as long as I got
sure that you've probably had the conversations just with your son in terms of, look, when you have a lot going on, this is what you don't get to do when it comes to as your mother.
And we you know, we, you know, have gone through counseling, therapy, and stuff like that. And I explained that to him, and you know, he was like, "Well, Mom, you know, I'm sorry. You know, I was way out of line. I was just under a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, and I wasn't talking about it. And I just blew up. When all I'm hearing you telling me, get out of my house and don't ever come back. And I just blew up. I just exploded."
Well, let him know, child. If he blow up again, girl, you call me from over here in Alabama, and we together, okay?
Listen, if I didn't have a lot, look, I have too much on the line to lose, Melanie. But the old Marie, the 18-year-old Marie, I would have got my gun and blew them kneecaps off. But we don't
want to do that. We don't body slam them. But we have to do it together, because I'm sure he's probably kind of tall and stuff. So we have to slam together.
But you know, with prayer, Melanie, with prayer, you know, with faith, my faith in God, you know, I feel like there is nothing that we cannot overcome as a family. You know, we are a praying family. You know, we pray together. We eat dinner together. You know, we do everything together. We travel together. So I come from a family that's really, really close. Yeah. A praying And my daddy always taught me, Mel, and I know I come off as, you know, very direct and don't play games with people. Say what you mean and mean what you say. That way people cannot misunderstand you. They can't twist your words and say, well, I thought you meant this and I thought you meant that. No, just say what you, just say what it is. No sugar.
That's right. Don't sugar. And that's what I say. So can't nobody ever say, well, I thought you was, no. You can't never say what you thought, because I'm going to say exactly what I mean, the way I mean it. And that's what I'm going to say. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, big facts. And sometimes it's hard, Marie. Let me say this, and I want you to just be encouraging this. Sometimes it's hard. People are so used to, hear me clearly, people are so used to people being fake in life that when there's someone who's absolutely honest, transparent, real, because you shared some very authentic, open, transparent moments in your life for the world to see, are very transparent and real like that. People been so used to people around them being fake, they can't deal with real people.
And that's the thing, Mel. One thing about me, I'm gonna speak for me. I'm the realest they may talk about me and they may say this about Marie and that about Marie, but at the end of the day, I'm the realest they gonna ever see. And when I have a friend, if I'm your friend, I'm loyal. I love hard. I'm very territorial. So if you cross me, you got a real problem on your hand, because I give my all when I'm in a friendship. I'm not going to backdoor you. I'm not going to stab you in your back. I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm 100% loyal when I'm in a friendship.
Right.
I'm just loyal like that, Melanie.
Yep, absolutely.
I love hard.
You know, what's your sign? I'm a Scorpio. What are you?
I'm a Pisces.
I love hard. He's a Pisces, y'all.
Yes, I love hard, Melody. With your friend, I'm your friend. I don't care if we don't speak no more. We have differences. I'm not going to disclose anything that we've discussed. I don't care what we is having a disagreement about. I'm loyal. I'm taking it to my grave. And each one of my friends in my life, in my real life, they know. Yeah. I'm Maria's loyal. Me and my friends been friends since way back high school, elementary school.
And that's something that we hear, because Scorpios are considered very loyal people too. And I think it's loyal, okay? And so I always say this thing, I'll be like, this is Scorpio about it. Because, you know, we love hard, we're loyal, you know, and we also hold friendship very dear to us. But if you cross us, back us up in a corner if you want to, we gonna strike. And that's kind of how it goes, you know.
And that's how I am, Mel. You know, I'm very easygoing. You know, I'm a very loving person. You know, if I'm popping off about something, you can rest assured this. Marie not going off for no reason. Somebody triggered her and somebody did through the rock and they hit their hands. If you see me popping off, that means somebody did something that you don't see. Okay.
Facts.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm just not gonna pop off for no reason.
Absolutely. And this is what I say too when it comes to reality TV. You know, I tell for the people who have things to say, oh, you seem mean, or you seem this, or you seem bougie, or you seem that. I will say, imagine a camera capturing the toughest conversations, the toughest and hardest moments, the most vulnerable moments in your life, and all of that being pushed together in a 45-50-minute slot. And that's all you seeing.
That's all they see.
Look mean and like a, you know what, too, okay?
Exactly.
But in real life, there are people that I have in my life who are like, oh my gosh, Mel, you are so humble. You're so sweet. You're so this. You smell so kind. She'll give you her last. You know what I'm saying? So don't get it confused is my point. So y'all know Marie, Belle Collective Marie, what y'all seeing on TV for this hour or 45 minutes.
They seeing a character.
However,
I'm just saying.
No, but I know what you're saying. That doesn't mean that that's Marie 365 days of the year.
Exactly.
Y'all just hit some of the toughest moments in her life. So y'all try to be a little nice out there. Sip high. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say none at all. How about that?
But that's real though, man. That's real talk. It's real talk. It's real talk.
But like, stay encouraged. You know, keep pushing. Take advantage of this amazing opportunity. You know, Mississippi is my next door neighbor. I actually used to do work in Mississippi when I was in the property preservation industry. So I've been to Mississippi multiple times. I would just say, keep pushing. Y'all keep going. Y'all are all beautiful, talented. I telling you, Belle Collective is lit. Y'all where it's at right now. You know, Love and Marriage Huntsville, we're doing our thing too.
Oh yeah, y'all doing it over there now. Look, Melanie, I never watched reality TV. I never watched it because I never had time to, watch TV, period. I never had time to do it. But, you know, I do plan to sit down and watch more of Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Please do. Please do. Just like you.
Check y'all out. Yeah.
Like y'all, very transparent, very real. Carlos, kudos to Carlos King. I'm sure you're on this live. Kudos to him and his entire team. Just always making sure that they, you know, we're transparent and making sure we're giving our audience the real. And I think that's what makes people relate, you know, so much. Now I have one more question though, because I want to know this.
What?
Now, were you ladies friends before the show, or were y'all casted kind of together?
Letitia and I met Letitia through before the show.
Okay.
My business partner and my sister Essie.
Okay.
So she's my business partner. I met Letitia through Essie by attending Letitia brunches. Now Letitia hadn't just started brunches. She's been brunching for years, and put on a immaculate brunch. Hands down, very empowering. So I met Letitia through them, but the other ladies, I didn't know them prior to Belle Collective. I heard of Tamara Cherie, but I didn't know her personally. But the other ladies, I never heard of them.
Oh, because I'm gonna tell you, Marie, real quick. Now that first episode, when you said something about Latrice's hair.
But now, Melanie, what you just say? What was the statement you just made about how you can film for 3 hours? And they're going to get 3 minutes of that episode.
So was there a trigger before what we saw?
Of course.
Okay, that's all we got to say. That's it. Okay, so y'all heard.
More said than that. It was more said.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
So we heard straight from Marie. There was a little bit more.
It was more than what the viewers saw me popping off. But why did I pop off?
All right. Yeah. So look, y'all quit trying to make it like Marie is just a pop off queen around here.
But that's okay, Melody. They can look. I can handle it. I can take it because if they're talking about me, if they're talking about me, that means I'm popping. So just let them. That's fine. They let them. I'll be defending myself all day, every day. If I try to convince every person, it wasn't like that. So if that's what they want to think, then I can't convince them otherwise, and I'm not going to try to. But I know, and God know what happened. So. I don't have to, but look, all I have to do is keep watching.
I'll know too.
Keep watching.
All the people watching right now, I'll know too. So boom, there it is.
That's right. And look, they need to keep tuning in every Friday, 10 o'clock, 9 Central. Watch Belle Collective. They're gonna find out. They're gonna get the tea on everything. They're gonna find out who real. They're gonna find out who fake. And they're gonna find out what's what. They're gonna find out what's good. But don't try to backpedal now. Keep it 100.
They do that. It's so many people in the beginning. I can remember Love and Marriage Huntsville. They tried to make me out to be the villain, to be the mean girl, this, that, and other. Then them same people come right back and be trying to be close.
Stay right on over there.
And it's like, don't make a judgment too quick. Watch the whole season. Watch your whole season. So, awesome. Well, Marie, like I said, congratulations. I'm proud of you. I'm sorry to hear about the divorce. I didn't know that had happened, but you got this. I can tell you from one soon to be divorcee to another. You got this. Shining. You smile every single day. You wake up.
I have so much to be thankful for.
That's right. And you keep pushing.
Oh,
period.
Absolutely.
Period. Awesome.